video flipped around here.
I need a coming soon sign. or that way I can actually test things without actually going live.
If you want to make a quick and easy video, this is gonna sound weird. Go and Google Microsoft Essentials 2012.
Essentials 2012.
It has Windows Movie Maker in it. It's the last time that Microsoft made any kind of like iMovie like lookalike. And it is a great way to make really, really quick videos, and it's recent enough that it can do 1080p, which is really all you need for Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's my holding priority. Holding video was done using that.
Okay. Microsoft Essentials 2012.
Yeah, it'll ask you to download like 4 different applications or install 4 different applications when you go to install it. Just install Windows Movie Maker. The others are all garbage. They had a
Okay.
blogging app for a while.
A blogging app? Which
Yeah,
is just.
yeah,
Wouldn't that just be something to
an
write on?
an app for blogging.
Oh, technology. How you've grown. It's crazy how
And
much things change.
Yeah, I gotta ship that, and also I somehow
That over there.
shuffled half my deck upside down. So
Oh,
Oh,
that's
Oh,
terrible.
it's the worst.
yep, I don't know why or how it even happens.
Mhm.
It happened on
But-
Sunday to me, so
Yeah, I'm looking at all these cards and I'm like, why are you facing the wrong way? At least I didn't do it so like the card backs are facing front, because I've done that before somehow too. And that's my least favorite. I can switch upside down cards, but having to flip them all over is
yeah.
more manual dexterity than I care to employ when I'm just trying to randomize cards.
Mario, it looks like I'm upside down on the actual
Oh,
Twitch
yep, you
feed,
are.
by the way.
Yeah, you are. There we go. Flip.
All good. I can read my cards just fine. It's more for everyone else.
Yeah, if your battlefield in front of you were somehow also upside down,
Then
I
we
would
have
have the utmost respect, honestly.
Honestly, that's the funny thing though, is that like when I do play in paper, I actually play all of my permanents upside down except for my
Mhm.
lands, and then that way it's like I don't have to worry about like my opponent needing to like look at a card real quick or anything like that and interrupting whatever my flow of thought is.
Right.
I'm just like, you handle your business, whatever it is you need to figure out over there. You can read all my cards just fine. I know what my stuff does. I'm going to be over here in my space just thinking about stuff.
That's the way to do it.
It's a way to do it. I've never won a trophy, so, take that for what it's worth.
And listen, if you're going to be in the tank, let them do what they need to do. You worry
Exactly.
about
Right.
There we go. Hey, Spring Dweller, what's going on? We're just getting started here. I've been really liking this precon. I don't know, the 4 mirrored ability is just silly. It's just like throwing a germ that's 2/2 instead onto an equipment.
Mhm.
No power creep at all, right? Couldn't be a 1/1.
The rebels have been, I guess their food supplies are vast and hearty.
That's what I hear on New Phyrexian.
Yeah,
All the gardens and
when you eat mycosynth for breakfast.
I just
God bless. There's no lands in that one.
I'm keeping like a 5 land hand. I was like, you know what? I'll just go with it. I've had some bad 2 land hands this last week, so you know what? I'd rather be able to play.
So Evelyn and Emmara, do you both actually prefer she?
Yes.
Or okay.
Yeah. But
Here's something
I'm fine with
sometimes-
either.
Sometimes people prefer it to be the she, and sometimes the they is more important.
Yeah.
So,
I just put them all up there because I was like, yeah, I don't mind any of them. So
then what about you, Tracy?
pull whatever you want.
Okay.
except for the first Tracy. That's
I-
the only
I-
one.
Yes, I usually try to go by first names to be careful when I can, but
Yeah.
And Tracy is fine. Cool. I'm good with this.
Okay.
Huzzah.
Well, I'll get us started here. I'm Emmara, Goddess of Blunder. Welcome to the Phyrexian Arena. I bumped the desk and I brought down the space bar up here so you can see that. How's everybody doing? We're going to be playing some EDH here tonight with some of my bird app friends. We're going to be playing some fun decks. I love playing Falco against Falco Spar just because he does weird things. But yeah, tonight I'm going to be playing Othari. Sun's Glory is basically the precon deck with whatever cards were in Phyrexia that weren't in the commander deck. So I think there might be an Embercleave in there. I feel like that's something I put in there. But besides that, it's basically a deck where I'm going to be keep trying to cast Othari as many times as I can and just kind of outvalue people with rebels. Just start throwing tutus at everybody. They add up quickly, especially on a commander that when it dies you can bring it back from your graveyard, and it has lifelink and haste, so you're getting those creatures on their first turn when you cast it almost every single time. So it's pretty cool. I really have been enjoying this deck. And I'm going to let everybody do a little introduction, let us know what they got going on in their worlds, throw their links up in the chat, and let us know what they're playing. And we're going to start with Greg, or Bio, as you might know him.
okay. So I'm Greg, Bioinformatter on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, and Moxfield, and experimenting with Instagram now. So I do box breaks on YouTube, and I'm all over Twitter trying to hype all my friends. So they're getting short shrift tonight since I'm actually playing. so I don't have time to do all the typey type, but yeah, and it's also my birthday tomorrow.
Yes.
So I took off time, so like over extended birthday weekend. So I'm trying to put together pods. They're in various states of I'm trying to fill them out. I got a whole bunch of 2-hour blocks, and tomorrow night, I'm going to kick it off with Grubble, my Grubblethorn one. My brother-in-law is going to host a pod for me, and then the Filthy MTG Casuals are going to host a pod for me, and then throughout. All the way through Sunday, I'm going to be trying to get games in.
Yeah, I'll be at the midnight show on Saturday.
So today I'm going to play my Edgar Markov deck. It's Edgar Markov and it has Eminence. So I wanted to be able to play it. So I have a knight sub theme in the deck where not all of the knights are vampires.
Very cool.
So, I mean, it can still turn out that Eminence will keep triggering, but that's the luck of the draw. But there's a decent number of knights in here that aren't vampires. But there's themes for both, with anthems and stuff, and there is a Maskwood Nexus in there. So eventually, everything will be vampire knights if that happens. So then things will get crazy, and there is like a Bolas's Citadel in here. It actually came into play on Mr. Bever's stream.
Oh my gosh.
Chaos. So that went a little crazy. And there is the Exquisite Blood Sanguine Bond combo is in here, because it's like, if you're gonna play that, this is a flavor deck to play it in. Okay, so that's enough about me. Right over to Evelyn.
Hey, Evelyn, welcome back.
Thanks so much for having me back one more time. It's been a minute, but yes, I'm Evelyn, also known as Checkbox. You can find me on Twitter here at vote_checkbox. I make boxies for the Twitter community, so you can check out my work over there. And then my whole gallery is in my bio on that page that I linked in the chat already. So that's all there. Today I'm going to be playing Doran because we had a pregame chat, and I've had the conversation about Edgar versus Evelyn, and I haven't tested the pod yet, but I think that it would be all right. So here's what I think would be interesting. I would love to see 2 Edgar decks versus 2 Evelyn decks and see how that works out. But I'm still pretty certain that the Evelyn deck's just like wreck house. Anyway, long story short, as a result, I'm playing Doran tonight, which is like the first deck I ever built for EDH, and is what I guess, started showing up on other people's streams playing. So this will be cool. And this is a rebuild that I did like last week, so it's running a little bit smoother now. I'm very happy about it. I don't run any infinites or anything too crazy. This is going to be big booty value town. If your creatures have higher power than toughness, this game will be slightly harder for you.
Damn it.
Other than that, it's pretty fair but resilient.
Yeah,
Is how I will put it.
is that damn spider still in there? That giant spider.
Yeah, sure is.
That thing.
It went
That thing
on
has been my problem
that
every
thing is
time.
that thing is locked in this deck list. But yeah, after that, I will pass my turn.
Awesome. I am the other Tracy. I am a tabletop role-playing game designer and Magic the Gathering content creator. I do a series. Actually, I have a show on the One Shot Podcast Network called Holding Priority, which currently is a streaming EDH show on Monday nights at twitch.tv/one shot RPG. I'll drop that link when I have a chance to put it in there. And then I have a YouTube video series called The Mountain Goats Meets Magic the Gathering, where I make EDH decks based on Mountain Goats songs. And then I've got one other thing to plug specifically tonight because I'm currently heading up a fundraiser for Lady Foxglove, who is a member of the Magic community here. She and her partner just had their baby. Her partner has postpartum preeclampsia, which, if you're not familiar, it means your blood pressure shoots dangerously high after giving birth, like to the point that it could kill you, and it sucks. My partner had it when we had our most recent kid a couple months ago, and so I put together a meal train for them. Link is in the chat there. For the tweet that links to the meal train, basically you can either like buy them food for a day. You can get like delivery, Grubhub, DoorDash, whatever, Instacart, or you can just donate money to them so they can like buy food and not have shit to worry about when they're trying to recover from birth and raise a newborn and all that good stuff. It's something that's near and dear to my heart because I've got two kids. I'm a stay-at-home parent, and like that shit is hard, and it's isolating. And so I wanted to see if I could get the community to rally around. And so far, we have raised over $1,500 for them, which is dope.
That is super awesome.
That's like a month where they don't have to worry about paying for food,
Yeah.
which is
Glad you set it up. I contributed and tried to boost a bit.
Okay. Awesome.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll boost
And
that when we're done.
if you donate or if you retweet the tweet in that that I linked there, you are gonna enter to win a chance to talk to me about a Mountain Goats song that you like, and I'm gonna build a custom $50 EDH deck for you. If you win, so it'll be featured on the show, and then I will ship the physical paper to you. So anyway. There's that. Tonight I am playing Falcospara Pact Weaver. It is my Banch Super Friends deck, so there's a lot of Planeswalkers in here. There's also a lot of counter manipulation in general. So there's multiple ways to win. I can either value off with Planeswalkers getting a lot of loyalty counters on them. I even have ways to shuffle them around. Or I can go big booty town with the creatures. I've commander damaged out people with Falco in one swing because he has enough +1/+1 counters on him to do the deed. So it's a fun deck. I really enjoy it, and I am excited to play tonight.
Awesome. Thank you very much, all three of you, for joining me. And yeah, make sure you hit up that tweet, and I will make sure I retweet that when we're done. So I have not been doing too well on my tweeting this week. Let me randomize us 3 times real quick.
Oop, wrong.
There
You
we
didn't type that wrong.
go. And one more time. And somehow I ended up back on top. I always hate it when I'm on top.
I'm not last.
But
I'm fine with it.
does everybody have a playable hand?
Hope so.
Awesome. Yeah, that's. I'm like, I have cards in my hand. How about that? I'm gonna draw for
Fine.
turn, and then I will play. Let's see here. What is a smart land to play first? Since most of these come into play.
Glass is fine. It gives me time to think about what I'm gonna play first.
I'm gonna play this Myriad Landscape, which will come into the battlefield tapped, and then, you know what? I will pass my turn.
All right.
And then I will play this Myriad Landscape, which will come into the battlefield tapped, and then, you know what? I will pass my turn. 'Cause I have not been doing too well on my tweeting this week. Let me randomize us 3 times real quick.
We'll draw for turn. I will. I will put out a Blood Crypt tapped. Because why pay life when I can't buy anything with the mana? And I will pass.
Alrighty. Draw for turn. And gonna do a Vivid Grove in tapped. It has 2 charge counters on it, and I will then pass the turn.
Draw. I'm gonna go Burning Catacombs. I'm gonna fetch Endoth the Triome and pass.
Okay. I will untap. I'll draw for turn. What kind of mana can everybody make? Oh, that Vivid Grove can make anything, so I guess that's good for me. I'm gonna play an Exotic Orchard, and then I'm gonna tap 2, and I'm gonna play an Arcane Signet as my card for the turn, and then I shall pass my turn.
We'll untap.
Oh, thank you, Bio.
Welcome. I shall.
I was idly curious if you give bits on streams that you're on, and now I have an answer to that question.
I still slip them in. Okay, as far as the land situation, I shall put down a swamp. But I'm still not in a position to do anything yet, so I shall pass.
All right, untap, upkeep, and draw. I'm going to play my own Exotic Orchard. Thank you, Evelyn, for playing a land that is in my colors.
You got it.
Hey,
I'd love to help.
I was gonna say I can't make
yeah.
any kind of colors.
Gonna tap for 1 green and play Birds of Paradise, and then ship the turn.
Sure. Okay. Command Tower. Tap 2 and Farseek, and then after I'm done fetching again, I will pass my turn.
Okie dokie. I will untap. I will draw for turn.
I'll go with.
I'll play this Forgotten Cave, which will come into the battlefield tapped. And then tap this for. Actually, we'll tap this for color. You know what? Let's just keep ramping. Let's tap this Myriad Landscape. I'm going to sacrifice that, search for 2 basic land cards. Share type and put them onto the battlefield tapped. And then I'll pass my turn.
Turn. And I will play Mountain. And I will tap 3 for Herald's Horn,
Harold.
declaring vampires.
I bet.
Surprise, surprise.
Mhm.
Shocked.
And since I spent all my mana and have no creatures, I pass my turn.
All right. Untap, upkeep, and draw. Land for turn is going to be a plains, and then. Oh. Let's do something fun. Let's tap for 4, including 1 green, and play an Undermountain Adventurer. So I take the initiative.
Okay.
And I have an initiative token around here. I will go get it in just a moment. Undermountain Adventurer is a 3/4 with Vigilance. I take the initiative when I DTBs. It taps to add 2 green. If I've completed the dungeon, I add 6 green instead. And then I get to tutor up a basic land and put it into my hand, I believe, after I reveal it. So we're going to go find. Where is an island? Of course, it's not in the top half of the deck. There we are. Island. That is going to go into my hand, and then I will be passing the turn.
All right, let's go with Woodland Cemetery untapped since I control the swamp. And then I'm going to tap 4. And I'm going to cast everybody's favorite Street Fighter, Dawson, Pliable Pacifist.
Oh, no.
So he's a 1/3 with reach, and he has hexproof unless he's attacking. And he has, whenever a creature I control with reach attacks, I untap it, and it can't be blocked by creatures with greater power this combat. And it also has, whenever one or more creatures I control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah, it's got like 4 abilities. One of them's got to be all right,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, seems decent.
Pass after that.
Okay. Oh, we just had a rampant growth redeemed.
Oh,
Oh,
Just to make things
so we
even more chaotic. Yep, basic land onto the battlefield tapped.
awesome. Thank you very much to Cardboard Combat. Oh, and then
yes.
we're gonna everyone scry one as well.
Yep.
All right.
all right. There's an island in play tapped,
That's a
and
swamp.
and we get to draw a card.
Yep.
Great.
Goodness gracious!
Because you know why? Why not?
Had those channel points sit
Totally
around. Why not
forgot.
use them?
Exactly.
Mhm.
Do you know what? I will keep this on top and draw it. Okay. Wasn't going to. That'll stay tapped. I will play a mountain from the turn.
Yeah, that's gonna stay on top, and I'll draw it.
And I think the Randy regular. That's about right. Tap 1, 2, 3, 4,
I'll lay
5.
that down, and I'll draw that. Okay.
I'm gonna bring Athari, Sun's Grace, or Glory. I'm just making up things now. Ohari, Sun's Glory out. It has flying, lifelink, and haste. It's a 3/3, and when it attacks, I get an experience counter, and then I create a 2/2 red rebel creature token that's tapped and attacking for each experience counter that I control or have. Then I can also pay 4 2 Boros and 2 colorless, and tap an untap rebel I control, and return Athari from my graveyard to the battlefield tapped. So, I'm going to bring that out, and then, Bio, I'll start with you, just because you're probably going to gain life the most here. Hey Jen, what's going on? And then I will attack with this Athari, and then that will create a rebel token, and I will get an experience counter. Which we'll just use this as
So 3 for me, Commander.
It'll be
Right?
3 commander and 2 rebel damage. And then
So who currently has the initiative?
I do.
Yep, Tracy has.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
I forgot about that. I was like, oh, blasted. After you said that, I was like, ah. Okay, I will pass my turn after that.
It only matters for literally one card that I would have to top deck in order for it to be relevant, and it doesn't even gain initiative. It just has an incidental effect if I happen to pick up initiative somewhere along the game.
Sure. Initiative is just one of those things that, like, I'm really a fan of most of the cards that introduce it into the game in the various colors. So,
Mhm.
Plus the green one's a mana dork, so why wouldn't you put it in?
I'll need to look at the green one.
It is underrated. I think it is extremely strong, especially if people don't think about the initiative and you just sort of hold on to it for a few rotations. Like, suddenly you have a 6 mana dork that is a 3/4 body with vigilance. It's not bad.
Okay, Command Tower is my land. Turn.
Oh, hey, Dish, what's going on? Hey, Raiders.
Oh, hey, KP.
Okay.
Got a whole bunch of folks. Thanks for joining us all.
Yeah. Katie's over here and Jen.
2. And 1. 1. Okay. So I am going to try to cast with a discount of 1 and 2 black. Cast Bloodthirsty Aerialist Vampire. Flying. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on it. That's gonna trigger Eminence. So I'll have to make a token. And then for 1 and a black, I will also cast Veto, Thorn of the Duskgrove.
Ah, Vito.
Uh-oh.
That's a problem.
He's
The early
Whenever-
list, I was like, okay.
Target
my buddy.
Yeah, loses that much life. So okay, so that means I'm gonna get 2 infinite token draws, which
Mhm.
we'll handle later. So they've got Summoning Sickness. I've got 1 mana left. I do not believe I can do anything fancy with that. So I will draw tokens and pass.
Alrighty. Untap during my upkeep. I believe that's when this triggers. I will move to the forge, and I will put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature I control. That'll be the Birds of Paradise. We put a die that you can actually read. There we go. And then draw. And let's see. We're going to play another island. And I'm going to tap for 2 blue, 2 green, 5 and 6. For my first Planeswalker, it is Mordenkainen. So here's what Morty does. He comes in with 5 loyalty. I can +2 him to draw 2 cards and put a card from my hand on the bottom of the library. I can -2 him to create a blue dog illusion creature token whose power and toughness is equal to twice the number of cards in my hand. I can -10 him to swap my hand in my library and then shuffle and then have an emblem that says I have no maximum hand size,
That's
which is
Can
a
you
lot of
spell
fun.
that name one more time?
Mordenkainen. So Mordenkainen.
There he is. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
he's one of the Forgotten Realms buddies.
Mhm.
So I am going to +2 him to 7, and draw 2 cards, then put a card from my hand on the bottom of my library. So 1 and 2, and let's see. I think I'm going to put. I'm going to put a Temple of Mastery into my graveyard. And then, looking at the state of affairs, I am simply going to pass the turn.
oh, thank you, Jen.
Roll for turn. Okay, so Dalsim is going to attack Tracy. It's what do you call it? So I declare it as attacker. Whenever a creature I control with reach attacks, I untap it, and it cannot be blocked by creatures with greater power this combat.
Okay. In response to the declaration of attack, I'm going to tap the Exotic Orchard for 1, and I'm going to Swords to Plowshares Dalsum.
Oh.
Heroic intervention.
Sorry, 1 second. Hexproof and indestructible. Cool. In response to the heroic intervention, I'll pay 1 more white and I'll path to exile. Awesome.
Ah, there we go.
I just had to read the wording on heroic intervention to make sure that I made the right play.
I will find a plains.
Very nice vampires.
Will complete my attack step. Second main. Creature's out right now. Tap 3, cast my commander. After that, pass my turn.
Okie dokie. I will untap.
Hi, Jen, in the chat.
Yeah.
Thanks for the birthday wishes. Yes, I get absorbed when I'm drawing tokens. So
I understand. I'm gonna play a Slayer Stronghold as my land for a return. I can pick 2 Boros and tap it to give target creature +2/+0 and vigilance and haste until end of turn. Then do I want to do that? Kinda do want to do that. Tap 1, 2, and 3. I want to play a Mace of the Valiant. Quick creature gets +1/+1 for each charge counter on Mace of the Valiant and has Vigilance. When a creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a charge counter on Mace of the Vigilant. I am going to pay 1, 2, and 3 and attach Mace of the Vigilant to Athari. And then I do want the initiative, so I am going to attack with Athari, which is going to give me a second experience counter, which will bring in 2 more rebels. And then those 2 rebels, these ones are attacking, and then I'll have one that's not attacking, which I'll just mark over here. When they enter the battlefield, that's going to put 2 counters on Mace of the Vigilant. So this has Vigilance as well. Forgot about that. Vigilance and +2/+2. So you are being attacked by a 5/5 flying Vigilance lifelinker and then 2 2/2 rebel soldiers, Tracy.
Alright, so 9.
Yep.
Alright, 9 damage, 5 of which is commander, and you now have the initiative.
Yay.
Yep. Cool.
Okay. I will go find myself a land here, and then I will pass my turn to Bio.
Do you want me to keep track of your initiative on my little card here?
Oh, if you could, that would be excellent.
Yeah. Alright, you're the D8.
Woohoo!
and hi to Dish KP in the chat as well. Okay, draw for turn. I will play Silent Clearing as my land for turn.
I honestly forgot that was a land. I had to go look. I was like, what is that?
Yeah, it's like an odd one, you know. I mean, I don't know how much I like it because it's, you know, I mean, if life gain is going off, it's okay. But it was there as like a color fixing thing. So in an emergency, I've got other ways of color fixing, but sometimes you get stuck. Life is a resource.
That's true.
That's what they say.
And okay, so I think I can do. I will pay 3.
I'll just make another rebel token.
3 for a cloud key. So as it enters the battlefield, choose artifact, creature, enchantment, instant, or sorcery, and spells you cast of the chosen type cost 1 less to cast. And I'm going to go for creatures.
The Mesa the Valiant and the Cloud Key look oddly similar.
They do. They look very much similar.
Okay, so now I've got 3
Oh,
left.
blue lore.
We have a draw a card from Blue Lore. What's going on, Blue Lore?
Oh, okay. Well, that could be relevant.
I will take it.
Okay, so I believe I will. So has anybody started doing counter stuff already?
Eh.
There are definitely 7 loyalty counters on that planeswalker over there, if that
Yeah,
counts.
I forgot about that.
There are. Don't worry about it. He's just hanging out. He's from the Forgotten Realms. He doesn't know our ways.
I was silently pumping my fists a little bit when you put the counters on the Birds of Paradise, because I was like, oh cool, Dalsum can get through. That was a fun thought when I had it.
Okay, so 3. What is the best play with that? Because I'm thinking. I think I just want to get this one out for fun. So 2, 1 and a black. So I just need to spend 1 and a black for that. Because of the discount of 2, I'm gonna go for a Bold Plagiarist, which is a vampire rogue. It's got flash, which doesn't matter now since I'm doing it in main phase. Whenever an opponent puts 1 or more counters on a creature they control, they put the same number and kind of counters on Bold Plagiarist.
Oh.
So it's a counter vortex. So, I just collect all kinds of counters, some of which will not be relevant to me, but
Super weird.
but
That's
some
fun.
will. So
Yeah.
This is
One might almost call it bold.
yeah. That's
I think it's cool, and it is also a vampire, which means I will get another token off of that. And okay, so I think that's the mana spending portion of the turn. So this just came out. There'll be a token, but I do have 4 creatures now. Everybody else has been building stuff up. So are there opportunities to get anything through? So Tracy, what kind of creatures do you have any creatures that are not tapped?
No, none that are untapped.
And you got a planeswalker.
I do.
And let me actually consider, what does that planeswalker do? Of course, it won't click. So it's Mordenkainen, I think I remember.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. He's in my glare. Let me move real quick. You should be able to get him now.
We won't.
So I got it. So I'm just, you got to see like if the alts are exchanging.
The alt takes my library and turns it into my hand. My whole library.
Okay.
The whole fucking thing.
That's probably not for us.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't let me make land drops any faster. So, like, early game, it's not like the most
I don't think
bestest
that's the
thing in the
problem.
world.
Yeah.
trying to see if there are meaningful. And then, okay, so Evelyn's got Doran out.
Just my commander. I'm here on my 4 spells I have cast. Yep.
And each creature assigns combat damage, so that's going to do the 5 damage to whatever I throw at you.
But your 2/3 is a 3/3.
That's true. You're helping. Also,
Yeah, I love to keep the board state clear.
we have a scry 1 from Adamus. What's going on, Adamus? Are you
Hey,
feeling any
Adamus.
better? I hope you're feeling
That
better.
is going to go on the bottom.
It's a mean.
You know what? I think I will keep that on top.
Fortunately, Emmara, you've got your flying commander out. You got all other kinds of stuff that are
Yeah.
up. So I think you're safe.
Woohoo!
Yeah. After all of that, I don't know that I need to throw away any creatures at the moment. So I will make another token and I will pass my turn after all that deliberation.
Okay. I will untap, upkeep, and draw. Let's see. My land is going to be a plains. I am going to +2 Mordenkainen and draw 2 cards, and then put 1 into my graveyard. That is going to be a Port Town, goes to graveyard. And let's see. Probably should have done that in a slightly different way, but that's all right. I'm going to pay 2 green and 1 to cast an Eternal Witness. I'm going to bring Path to Exile back to my hand. I am going to spend 1 to Path to Exile the what is it? No, not the Bloodthirsty Aerialist. There it is. The Bold Plagiarist. You can't have my counters. You can have a land though.
Okay. So does it just come out tapped? Some basic?
Yeah.
Just a basic,
Yep.
yeah.
You put a basic onto the battlefield, tapped, and then shuffle. Then I'm going to pay a green, a white, and a blue for Broker's Ascendancy. At the beginning of my end step, I put a +1/+1 counter on each creature I control and a loyalty counter on each planeswalker I control.
Seems
Cool.
decent.
And that is going to be the end of my turn, I believe. So we are going to move to said end step, and we get counters across the board. Ewit and then Mordenkainen. And the Undermountain Adventurer as well. After that, I will be passing the turn.
How many cards do you have in hand?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't intend to make my graveyard 5 or my library 5, in case you were curious. And that's legit. I do not intend to alt Mordenkainen anytime soon.
Got it. Well, we appreciate that. Here, Mara,
Yes.
I like to make a little bit of an arrangement with you.
What you need?
I promise this isn't a devious one at all. It's more so I'm going to play something, and I'm going to let you know what my intentions are with it, and you can do with that information what you will.
Okay.
Your friend Silklash Spider is coming out in defense mode.
Yeah, it is. Hi, Silklash. How you doing?
And then Avacyn's Pilgrim. That Birds of Paradise over there is kind of big. It's one of the things I'm worried about. I'm worried about some of those vampires over there as well. Your
Understandable.
commander, not so much.
I'm
think
just
I
gonna
can
say
handle that
I
on
don't
the
have
side.
an engine in the command zone that makes me more Birds of Paradise.
Mm-hmm. 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 Well, this dude's being on the ground makes my life slightly easier. I will say that much.
Yeah, my poor rebels. They just get eaten.
So right now you have a 3/4 and a 2, a 3/2.
Yep.
Tracy. Okay, 3/4 and a 3/2.
Thank
That's
you,
not worth it.
McMahon. We also have a draw card redeemed from
Ah,
McMahon. Thank you.
let's do that before I make any other choices. Um, okay, that actually doesn't matter. Next one.
Yeah, I do love my infinite tokens.
I will pass.
Okie dokie. On tap.
And you get to choose. You advance along the Undercity.
Yes.
You either get to scry 2, or you get to put 2+1/+1 counters on a creature you control.
Which one do I want? I think I will go through to the forge, and I will put 2+1/+1 counters.
There you go. Welcome to the Forge. It's
Woohoo.
smoky in here.
Love it.
Oh, Rampant Growth just got...
Nope. Rampant growth. Because we need more lands.
there's
Always
a
need
forest for me.
Infinite tokens love in the chat.
Yay.
So another basic land tapped.
Got mine out too.
Dun, dun, dun. There we go.
Oh, rampant growth. I see. Okay.
Untap those rebels. Okay, and then I will draw for turn.
Spring Dweller, you are not wrong.
That's true. Can't play Magic without lands. That's very, very, very true. I want to play a Castle Ardenvale. Makes plains, but also I can pay 2 white and pay 2 colorless and tap it to make a white human creature token. It's weird that doesn't make knight tokens. That's just white human creature tokens. Not even citizens. Let's see here. I think I... Do you have any Well, you do got a bunch of blockers, though. Bio, I am going to come at you with Athari, I do believe. An Athari will tap, and I will put an experience counter on myself, and then I will make 3 rebel tokens. So we'll just say these are these 3 tokens, and these are the other 3. There we go.
That does start to get out of hand fast, doesn't it?
Yeah, just a little bit. So, Bio, you have a currently a 10/10 Athari coming at you with lifelink and vigilance and flying, and then also 3 rebel tokens. They're just 2/2s.
Okay. So unfortunately, I don't have anything out that's buffing my stuff. See, I do have a flyer. So do I sacrifice it to, or do I take 10 commander damage?
Yeah, it's a lot of commander damage.
Big bird.
Unfortunately, I think Blood Aerialist is going to have to go bye-bye.
Okay, and then you have
Um,
3 2/2s to deal with.
and 3 2/2s. I will take the 6 on that.
Okie dokie. I will go to my second phase here.
I mean, life is a resource, but
Exactly.
commander
Not-
damage is a
yeah.
different story.
Not that much of a resource. To tap 1 and I'll just tap the exotic orchard. I'm gonna play a Glimmer Lens. Has 4 Mirrodin, so it's gonna have a rebel token, which I'm just gonna draw another rebel token because why not? When equipped creature and at least one other creature attack, I draw a card, which I probably should have played that before, but I was saving mana just in case. So this will just automatically attach, and then I shall pass my turn.
I will untap. And draw for turn. I will put out a Vault of Champions as land for turn, and there's enough opponents. Nobody died yet, so doesn't have to be tapped.
That's right. We're all still in this.
And yeah, we're just like doing crazy things on our board states. Some more than others.
I have 3 non-land permanents, but continue.
I'm doing nothing
I'll
over
think
here.
more about all those counters and things going on, and all those tokens.
Oh, yeah. I see a lot. I see a lot to the above and to the right of me. That's for certain.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm more worried about the rapidly expanding number of tokens and the life total that is higher than all of ours.
Oh yeah, I
Just
forgot
saying.
about that. I forgot I
Yeah,
gained 10
I-
life.
I haven't like threatened anyone with anything. Emmara is like swinging wildly with a big ass
Just like,
commander.
Poor Dawson, we've already forgotten him, have we?
Dawson threatened me, and I responded in kind. You see,
With 1 whole damage, you're right.
stretchy armed motherfucker wanted my initiative.
Yep.
And you were like, no, it's mine right now.
Honestly, I was flattered. I'm like, look at all this respect. Gosh, where? Oh, sorry, it's Greg's turn. My apologies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my turn. I'm trying to decide. Are there chances to get anything through? The advantage getting that out is that so Tracy, what creatures do you have up? So you have
Birds of Paradise that is a 3/4, and an Eternal Witness that is a 3/2.
And they are reversed, thanks to Doran.
okay, but is that counter or death touch counter or something, or is it just
No. Sorry, it's just a die with a skull on it. It's a +1/+1 counter. I will replace it with a more appropriate. Yeah,
Okay.
it's from a set of Pirates of Caribbean Liars dice, and the ones are skulls.
Okay.
That would be a fun counter for Mara's progress through the Undercity.
Well, hey, we can do that. Let's get on over there. So,
Boom.
yeah, I found them at a garage sale, and they were perfect when I played the original version of Fiasco, which needed black dice and white dice of equal numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually had all the dice I needed to play that game.
Sure. Gosh, what's the token count over there? Is that 3 tapped, 3 untapped, plus there's like another one down there,
Yeah.
and then that's the one that's equipped. So there's like 7 2/2s, plus whatever the hell your commander is sized. Okay.
Yeah. See, this is the thing. Like I am going tall, no question. Like counters are going on my shit. Emmara is like spreading Othari's wings wide across the skies of our Mirrodin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Taking
So
down
with-
New Phyrexia.
with a discount, I am casting my commander. I like hardly ever cast Edgar, but
Things are
I'm-
scary right now.
I am going to try that.
That's how you know things are scary, when Edgar actually comes off onto the board.
It's
But
like
I'm
getting Soren to do anything.
Yeah. It's like, I don't want to. I'm gonna hang out here and be sad.
Oh. Yeah. So, okay. Someone has removal.
There is a path.
There's a path hanging out.
Uh, hmm. How many? Okay, so that whenever. Okay, so Edgar doesn't generate a token for himself. I got 1, 2, 3.
He can't eminence himself.
He's like, I
Do
am
we have
just...
another? We have another
Oh.
scry one.
We do have another scry one. Hey, Adam. thank
Try
you.
one. That will go to the bottom.
That will go to the bottom.
Yeah, let's see. Mm. No, to the bottom.
Put it to the bottom. Okay, so what can I do here? I think so. A path is threatened. So do I do something to draw it out?
I guess you'd have to talk to
Or-
Tracy about that, since Tracy seems pretty laser focused on. From one perspective, could be the arch enemy. From another perspective, could be the one player that Tracy will have the biggest problem taking out. So, who's your biggest problem?
Yes, I mean, it's a matter of board states and getting something through. You got a big-butted spider.
Yep.
Yeah. That's my arch
It is a
enemy.
7/7. Yeah.
So that's problematic for trying to get anything through. Yeah, so it's like, unfortunately, Tracy's the only one I can even try to get anything through on. But the alternative is
You're so loud, dog.
Now, what does the path work on?
Great feature.
Okay.
Yeah, exiles target creature, and you get a basic land tapped for your troubles.
2, 3, 4, 5. So if I cast, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I lose a life, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 minus 5. Is that even gonna do? Well, okay. This may be worthwhile for the table, but I don't. Well, it'll hurt some. It'll hurt some more than others, I think. Okay, so if I lose a life and pay 5, I can cast Olivia's Wrath. For each non-vampire creature gets -X until end of turn, where X is the number of vampires you control.
Hmm.
So
X
1,
is
3, 4, 5. So X is 5. So this is a way of dealing with some rebels, but it
It is.
also
It nukes my
impact
board.
other people in various.
I get
But,
to
you
keep my
know-
spider.
I respect the decision. Like, that's
Yeah.
a lot of rebels. I
have no responses.
So I pass priority.
Pass priority.
I will respond.
Okay.
I'm gonna tap 2 and tap 2 rebels, and I'm gonna play Clever Concealment, and I'm gonna convoke it for 2, and then any number of target non-land permanents I control phase out.
God damn it.
So I'm just gonna.
Oh,
We've got Teferi's protection at home.
Yep.
Teferi's protection at home.
So the rebels are just gonna go to ground right now.
Neat.
So they just phase out and they'll phase back in on the start of the next turn.
Treat them as.
Yeah, on the beginning
Yeah,
of your order.
okay.
All right.
I tried.
Yep.
I tried.
You did.
All
But I'm
good.
wide open.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you should, go and get the initiative. At least take that away from her because
Yeah.
Yes. No. I definitely
Take
now,
something
now,
from me.
now that I can potentially get through. But you still have.
Yeah.
well, no, everything's phased
Yeah,
out on
they're all phased out.
our side. Yeah,
Oh,
but it's not Teferi's protection because Emmara's not phased
Yeah,
out. So
I'm
you
still
can
here.
still you can swing away.
Okay. Well, then I think. Yeah. So I am just gonna go all out at Emmara while I can,
sense.
and take the risk that people don't blow me away. Okay, so when
I
Edgar,
would like to keep you in the game for a while, so you don't have to worry about me.
yeah, so Edgar Markov, when it attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each vampire you control. So that does include himself for that part.
Oh, and we had a redemption from Blue Lore to draw a card.
Okay.
Draw a card.
That's,
Oh. Yes, and I usually play green decks, so I have a whole bunch of green
yeah, you do.
around to play with.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's the counter portion. The Edgar came out with first strike and haste, so he's participating, but he doesn't have vigilance, so he gets tapped. So all of my vampires are getting tapped. And okay, so unfortunately I have no lifelink stuff going on. Okay. So now the Doran
It's off.
it was off. Okay. So it's just
Yep.
regular power and toughness going on.
I
Okay,
control the spider.
So there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Okay,
So 13 damage, 5 of it is commander.
I'll go down to 45. Nice,
And
healthy 45.
you take the initiative, Greg.
And I have to draw a card from the thing. I didn't draw the card. Okay, so I've drawn a card. So now there's the initiative. So the initiative, the first part.
You grab a land from your deck and put it in your hand after you reveal it. A basic.
Okay.
And I'll use this die to track you. This is this is one of the dice that I made for my first RPG. it's a high school movie RPG called School Days, and the school in the game is the home of the Fighting Kraken. So I made Kraken dice.
Those are pretty
Which is,
cool.
and the reason I explain all of this is because all of the other numbers look really great, but the one just kind of looks like a sperm. So I wanted everyone to know why I'm putting a sperm on the spot for Greg's die.
Okay, so a swamp to hand, I guess. Okay, so my attack is complete. I am tapped out and wide open, and I guess we shall see what happens. I effed around, and I'll find out. So,
All right.
I pass.
All right, so untaps, upkeeps, draw. Okay, let me do a little bit of thinking. Need to play this Reflecting Pool as my land for turn. And my mana situation has been refactored somewhat since I had 2 dorks on board that are no longer here. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that would take me to that, which is not quite enough. So,
Oh, Spring Dweller and your rampant growths. I have another rampant growth.
Oh,
Oh,
too bad it comes in tapped. I could really use like 1 extra land right now. That would be really choice. But a forest will come in tapped for me.
Well,
So,
it's a plains for me.
Yeah, grab the planes.
so thanks for the gasoline.
Mhm.
yeah. Okay. So, I am going to tap for green, 2, 3, 4. Or sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And attempt to cast a Vorinclex Monstrous Raider.
Okay.
All right, if that is good,
uh,
then that means that all of my counter additions on things are doubled, and everyone
Yeah.
else's are halved.
Oh, good. That one, not the. Jeez. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
I thought it was the.
no, not the land one, not the
Good.
original. This is
Thank God.
secondary Vorinclex.
Yeah.
I'm only Klexing a little bit.
Got it.
It does it do the
Um,
round thing, or
Quite a bit less scared of that one.
No, it has trample on haste as a 6/6, and literally whenever I add a counter, I add 2 instead, and whenever anyone else adds counters, it's halved, rounded down. So
yeah,
if you would only add 1 counter to something, you add none instead.
Yep. So that nukes the
Mhm.
It
off ability.
it does nuke the Edgar Markov ability. I'm sad to say. I'm also sad to say that you have a shiny initiative over there that I really, really want, and this boy has haste. So I am going to send 6, go to combat and send 6 trample damage at you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Cool. When I get the initiative back, I am going to go to the arena and I'm going to goad Othari.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because Othari is scary dangerous. Then I am going to, and I'm going to just double check twice as many. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I am going to +2 Mordenkainen and go to 14 loyalty counters.
Seems fine.
Yeah, seems fine. No, nothing, nothing to worry
Perfect
about.
subject
Why
for
are
the
you worried?
occasion,
Why are
really.
you worried? I'm gonna draw 2, and put 1 in my graveyard. The one in my graveyard is going to be a Seaside Citadel,
And after that,
and
we will have a scry after that. Thank you, Sherman.
scry 1.
Scry. We'll put that on.
That'll go on the bottom.
This can.
Because although it looks like things look a certain way over here, they're rather precarious. So I'm going to pay 1 blue for a soul ring. And then I am going to go.
Oh, no, actually, I do want to draw that.
Vorinclex just made me put a Cathar's Crusade on the bottom of my deck.
Yow. Oh. Mission fucking accomplished for him, baby. Like, holy shit. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to then tap the Soul Ring and the Exotic Orchard, so I've got 3 mana, and I'm going to play a Commander Sphere. Then going to go to End Step and Broker's Ascendancy triggers, and I put not just 1, but 2 +1/+1 counters on Vorinclex, and 2 loyalty counters on Mordenkainen. And then I am going to pass the turn.
I would draw my card. My hands.
Maybe wishing I had saved Olivia's Wrath an extra turn or 2.
And
Or
I'm
that
very
Emmara
proud.
hadn't cast, Teferi's Protection at home.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Emmara, you have no creatures right now?
I got nothing. I just got this arcane.
So wait, when do they phase back in? Your turn?
Yeah, at the beginning of my turn.
Oh wow, okay. So it's not like regular phasing where it's every
No, I mean,
like old school Tempest block phasing.
Yeah.
they've changed phasing like 3 times now, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Fair enough.
Don't exist until your next turn now.
Okay.
Okay. That's actually, that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna tap 4, and I will cast Mangara the Diplomat. It's a 2/4 with lifelink, and it says whenever an opponent attacks with creatures, if 2 or more of those are attacking me or planeswalkers I control, which I don't have any. So basically, if you attack me with 2 or more creatures, I draw a card. And if any of you cast a second spell on each of your turns, I also draw a card.
Nice.
So, not that bad. It's pretty reasonable. Pretty solid little source of incidental draw if you feel the need to attack me, which nobody should. And just to help dissuade that further, I'm going to cast Great Unclean One as well, just because I want to make some tokens.
Ooh, that's one of the Warhammer ones.
It certainly is.
It's a Surge foil too. Nice.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm picky about that sort of thing. So at the beginning of each of my end steps, each opponent will lose 2 life, and then for each opponent that has less life than me, which is more incentive to get Emmara down, then I get to make a 1/3 black demon creature token named Plaguebearer of Nurgle. I get one of those for each player that has less life than me after the 2 damage goes off. Everybody good with that?
Yep.
Huh?
Okay. Now here's the rest of my turn is Hmm. I don't want initiative enough to have a target on my back, so I'm fine with leaving it where it is. But I know that you, Emmara, are. Wait, are you goaded? No, because you don't have a
Othari is.
creature.
Athari is, yeah.
I
Oh,
thought
wait a
Athari.
second.
Yeah,
Shit,
Athari's not here.
Othari's
Yeah,
phased out.
correct.
God damn it. All right, I have to target something that I can actually target.
So yeah, since I'm in main anyway, the only creature that was on the battlefield that would affect if you wanted to choose here is
Right,
Silklash Spider,
is a Silklash.
and then
Or Greg stuff.
yeah,
I almost want to step. I can't step back far enough to choose a different room. Like I don't feel good about that. So instead, I am going to. And I'm not going to use the information that you just gave me about not caring about the initiative. So I will go with what I can do. I'm just going to go to Edgar. So he has to attack next turn, but he can't attack me.
got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, then in that case, I'm actually going to go
Sorry
ahead and
about that.
stick with. No. Well, I'm glad we got that fixed up. So, with that in mind, I am going to go ahead and cast these in the same order that I did, because I think that that's going to give me the best incentives to not have Edgar attack me. I'll end my turn. Each of you will lose 2 life.
Go to 43.
And then because Tracy and Greg both have less life than I do,
2
I
plague
get
bearers of
2
Nurgle.
Yeah.
1/3s. And I will finish passing. Yeah, finish passing my turn after that.
Okie dokie. I will untap. Everybody will come back from their
So
little vacation.
I think I heard you say something else about Edgar. So what's going on? Was there an
Yeah, I just
Ed-
wanted to play some stuff to make it so that you didn't want to attack me.
Oh, okay. So it isn't a I can't attack you. It's just that it's dumb for me to attack you.
I would appreciate if you didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, you've essentially got no good targets for Edgar right now, and I'm honestly sorry about that. I really wanted Othari to be the thing that was goaded, especially because I'm sitting over here with my pants down.
Mhm. So in that case, Greg, if you do have to attack and attacking into Emmara looks bad, talk to me before combat and we'll figure something out, okay?
Okay.
Cool.
I'm gonna tap
We're
one.
gonna see if I survive Emmara untapping everything.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
we'll see.
yeah.
We'll see how much that 20 life gets you.
I'm gonna tap.
Yeah, I
four.
do realize that Greg is a more tempting target than me right now, which is pretty cool.
I'm gonna play Nayala, Sun's Vanguard. Attacking tokens I control have double strike.
Oh shit!
And whenever one or more tokens you control attack a player, exile the top card of your library. During any turn you attacked with a token, you may play that card.
I am not sure it's legal for someone playing a precon to be cackling so much, Amara.
I apologize.
You don't need to apologize. 2, this is dope because your precon is holding its own against like 3 fully constructed EDH decks. Like I think the days of like precon level play
Yeah.
are over.
We have not shown that commander enough respect at all, though, to be fair.
Yeah, it's pretty terrifying.
Yeah, I probably should have like given up the initiative and let. Yeah,
Yeah.
my threat assessment was way fucking off.
All good. That's a CEDH commander. I understood why it was number 1 with a
Yeah,
bullet, but
'cause
here we are now, and it's okay.
I've played against it and it wrecked my world, so I was a little bit wary, and I was probably too wary.
Completely, fully understandable. This is, I mean, whatever turn we're on right now, turn 7, not really turn 8,
Yeah.
something like that. Like, yeah, I mean, no way to know. Absolutely.
Okay, so
That said,
7, 12.
we'll see how this turn cycle goes.
Yeah, let's see here.
Poorly is how it's going to go.
I think Othari. You have so many creatures over there now, Evelyn. What am I gonna do with you? But I do
I
have
have
double.
blockers. I have so many blockers.
You do have so many blockers. I don't really. Let me see here. Okay, I'm gonna go to combat. Othari is going to attack you, Evelyn. And then
Just flying, and how big is it?
it is flying, and it is currently a 12/12. But when it attacks, I'm gonna get another experience counter, and,
Yep.
And more rebels.
I'm gonna get 4 more rebels.
Jesus.
Those 4 rebels are going to put 4 more counters on the Mace of the Valiant. So, yeah, 11, 12, 13. It's a 15/15 with Vigilance and Lifelink.
I will block it with my Soulclash Spider.
And also, I have a bunch of 4 rebels that are also attacking because they have to attack you as well.
They're attacking me as well.
Yes, and then
Then Mangara will trigger. And how big are they?
they are 4. Or they're 2/2s, but with double strike.
Ah, okay. Then in that case,
Your Ralphie
I
token
will
was correct, Greg.
I will sit in front of every single one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great Unclean One will survive. Mangara will kill back one of the tokens, but will die to crackback,
Okay.
and the 2 Plague Bear tokens just die.
Okay. So I'll lose 2 rebels. There's my tapped rebels. And then I do believe. Oh, and whenever one or more creatures attacks, I exile the top card of my library. It is a.
Are you sending those other 6 rebels anywhere?
Actually, yeah. I am gonna send those other 6 rebels somewhere.
I mean, like, fuck me for asking, but still.
I am gonna send 3 rebels at you, Tracy, and I'm gonna send 3 rebels at Greg.
So that's 12 damage each.
Yes.
You're a magnanimous host because you could have alpha struck Greg out of this game.
I could have. But I want to see what happens. And
Greg, kick her ass.
I am going to go to Vorinclex, I do believe. Is that the next step I can go to with my initiative?
Oh, yeah, you goad Voron. Yeah. So you can move to the goad room and goad any one creature, and that will be Vorinclex. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna set your die on top of mine.
That works. That works. And then I will actually cast this
Because you are currently topping the table.
I
so.
am topping the table. Gotta tap.
It's a tabletop game. Get it?
Boom. I
Jesus, my brain. What the fuck?
I'm gonna cast this Ball of the
I
Sky
really should have
Flames.
asked if it's okay to swear on this channel
Oh,
before
it's
I
okay.
started swearing.
It's okay. When my Mace of the Skyclave comes into the battlefield, it's going to attach to target creature I control, and a quick creature gets +2/+2, has flying and first strike. I'm going to attach that. Hey, you know what? Do I want to do that? Oh, the spider's dead. Okay. I was like, wait a second. There we go. I will attach that. And then I think that will be the end of my turn.
Okay.
How big is Naali?
Currently a 15/15.
Okay.
It's a
And how many cards do you have in hand?
I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. It's a whole lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we know there's not an actual Teferi's protection in the deck.
That is true.
So.
Yeah. The hand has been tipped there.
Yep.
Fortunately. Okay. So if I first strike and haste. Okay. 1, 2. Play another swamp. 1, 1, 2. Okay, so discount of 2, it's going to cost 3, with one of them being a black. So, okay, for 3, I will do Epicure of Blood. So it's another, when you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life kind of deal. So it's another vampire. So I will, yes, I will get another token off of that if it sticks. Um,
In res- okay, I'll let it happen.
I'm in the wrong colors for responses to that.
Yeah. Okay, but what? Yeah, so I wonder what kind of responses are available here. I'm hoping there isn't a response to this because, like, this is.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm F6 on your turn. I want you to be around.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I really want to get after Emmara here. So I am gonna
Yeah.
try something.
I'm just living my villain arc over here. Feel
Yeah,
free to punch me if I need to be punched.
and I will tell you, Greg. Even I mean, if you deal damage to Emmara and you take the initiative, I am not going to send, not just foreign collects, but I will not send anything at you. You get to keep it
Okay.
for my part.
So I am going to try this nonsense, and try to. Oh, 2, 3, 4. Oh, don't tell me I can't do it.
Oh, come on, you can do it.
I need another mana to do it, I think.
Borrow one of mine real quick here.
Yeah.
Don't let the chat see.
Yeah, can chat give us the treasure?
I don't know if that is an option. That might
I
be.
don't think that is one. I was
Oh.
looking at the redemptions earlier, and it's not.
Oh, I should have that.
Oh no,
Is there anything I
Emmara, fix it real quick and let someone
Small
claim the
oversight.
treasure for Greg.
oh.
Just make one for 250 points that is just give Greg a treasure.
Just give Greg a
Spell.
It only works whenever Greg's on stream.
Yep.
Yes, and let everyone wonder who Greg is. If
Hell
Greg's
yeah.
not in the game.
Well, first, okay. I will get it out there, but if I won't survive another turn, probably. So, but what I was going to try and do, I will put it out there anyhow, because there's nothing else better to do with my mana at the moment. Is that I am casting a Helm of the Host,
Oh.
but I don't have enough to equip it. I'm one short to equip it.
Oh.
So I wanted to equip it to Edgar and go after
And
Emmara.
I was
Yeah.
scared that you were giving everybody lifelink. That's what my worry was. Because with Veto and the Epicure out, ugh.
Yeah. So that's the thing, is that I haven't hit the things to give me lifelink yet. So to actually trigger the lifelink.
Well, you can give Veto's second ability. You can pay 5 and give all your creatures lifelink.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to uncast that Home of the
Yeah.
Host, since
Yeah.
nothing has changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Yeah. If you would like.
this 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, just take a sec. Don't let us play your deck for you.
Yeah. Sorry.
3, 4. Well, no, because this. So the ability, that's 3, 4, 5. Still. Oops. 2, 3, 4. Oh, and that would be short of a win. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm now regretting letting you take this back.
No, but I think it ends up me being one short regardless.
That worries me that you have the other half of something in your hand.
I see. Wow. Okay. So. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. So
I understand, but yeah, you're short like 2 mana for a full table kill.
yeah.
Yeah. Understood.
I've told you what's in my hand by revealing all
Yeah.
of that information.
Us silly
Well
Magic
done.
players.
You guys know what's up. You all know what's up. So yeah, so I think I will stick with my original move and just get the Helm of the Host out there for the heck of it. And 3, 4, 5. Well, no, I guess. Okay.
You can
Rather
still
than
gain some life with Veto and stay in the game a little longer.
Yeah, that
we live longer. So 1, 3, 4, 5.
What's going on, Virtue?
5. So creatures I control gain lifelink until end of turn. And so combat. I miss out on the counters.
with my apologies, because right now I would love for you to have them.
yeah.
Mhm.
So that's up to 0. So Emmara, what kind of creatures do you have up?
I currently have a 5/5 with first strike and flying, and a 2/2. That's it.
Okay. So I am just swinging out at you with what I got. So now did the Epicure came out on this turn, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So, but with everything else, I've given them lifelink. So we have 5/5. So 5, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 coming at you.
Cool. I only go down to 4.
And they'll. But then all those creatures get +1/+1, I do believe, too.
Nope.
Oh,
No, they don't,
They
because
don't. Oh,
Vorinclex.
Vorinclex. Vorinclex. Woohoo!
So Vorinclex is keeping my ass alive right now.
Yes. I will block Veto with Nayala or Nayali, and I will kill Veto. But I will take all the rest of that damage.
Okay, so Veto
Veto doesn't do his damage, so that is what, 3 off of the total?
2. It was only 2 off of the total.
2. Okay, 2 of the total life that you gain, because that's what my concern is. Because that Epicure is dangerous for me in checkbox.
Nah.
Yeah.
So, so 2. Right. So so anyhow, so the rest of this is getting through.
Yeah.
So and okay, but this.
Since Veto is dead, I don't think any of.
So with a lifelink, the
Veto won't. Wait, when did Veto die?
First
on
strike.
first strike damage, so there's another round of priority, so Veto goes away and his ability doesn't trigger, so you can't direct 11 damage at Emmara.
You can direct the first strike damage because it will see that using last known information.
Oh, okay.
It will see the first strike. It will not see the second round.
Right,
though,
but
because,
Veto didn't do any damage because it's first strike.
That's okay. It's just as long as life was gained.
Okay, so there's 2. So we'll each take 2 from that.
Okay.
Or it's however Greg assigns the damage, because you get packets of damage you get packets of life gain in whatever quantity you gain them, and you can point them in whichever direction you get. How did you gain life?
He didn't
during first strike.
No, so I think the thing is that
Veto died.
Emmara is killing me with first strike.
Yeah.
So it doesn't.
Veto doesn't do any damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, and nothing else is doing any damage either. Okay.
No, other things are going to do.
The other ones will, but Veto will be.
Got it. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I was answering a text, and I'm getting caught up with the board state now. Yeah. So there won't be any life gain then. Okay.
5. So what? So
11
the rest
total?
of it's going through. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So
Okay.
Mhm.
I gain 11.
I will
And
take
then
11.
we all take 11 because the Epicure sees all that.
So I will go.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yes.
So Emmara does take 22, but
Okay.
it's not as good as it could have been. Because
Okay.
There
it
we
could have
go.
been 33.
Now I'm down
Well,
to
it
a
could have been
proper
more
amount
than
of
that.
damage of life.
And how big is that Epicure right now?
What about the Epicure?
How big is it?
Oh, it's just it's a 4/4.
Okay.
It didn't have haste, so it's
Okay.
chilling.
Tracy, do you
All
have a
right.
way? Tracy,
So Greg has the trigger real quick because he
Yeah.
has the initiative now.
Got it. Yep.
So Greg, do you want to scry 2 or put two +1/+1 counters, which would become 1 +1/+1 counter on a creature?
Hmm. Um. So I guess it depends on what the threat to Epicure is whether a counter is going to save it or not.
So Evelyn, while Greg is thinking about that, what's your question?
Do you have a way to put counters on other people's on other players' permanents?
No.
Got it. Okay.
Um. Okay, it's a gamble, but I will put the one on Epicure.
All right. So you are in the forge. Noted.
Okay. So now that we're done with combat, got 3 mana left. Does that make a difference? No, it doesn't. So, now I think that there was an. Oh, I've been missing out on Harold's Horn triggers.
Uh
The lesser known part of it. So it does because it's like on upkeep. I'm supposed to look at the top card of my library.
oh.
So before I draw, I get a chance to like suck vampires into my hand.
I forget about that all the time.
So
That's what they get for printing entire novels in the text boxes.
yep. So
Just read the part that you want.
yeah. So that wasn't that's an upkeep and not an end step trigger. So I think I'm done.
Hey, Proxy, what's up?
Okay. Hey, Proxy Lab, what's going on? All right. So untap, upkeep, and draw. Things are looking dire currently. Emmara is a problem. City of Brass return. So, um, all right. So I think I'm gonna have to do the thing because I have a chance to do the thing. So I'm gonna -10 Mordenkainen because I'm at 6 goddamn life. In response to that trigger, no wait, I don't want to do that yet. Hang on. I've got there are other things that need to happen. So I'm not worried about that one. I need to decide if that is worth it, and it probably is. So I'm going to tap for a green, a white, and a blue. And I'm going to cast a Bant Charm, targeting the artifact that's on Othari.
What? You don't want to destroy
equipment.
that.
I really, really do.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. The dust is also beautiful.
How big is
Um,
Athari now?
A 5/5.
Thank you.
And then I am going to tap for. Make sure I have another. Yeah, there we go. There's a reflecting pool. We like you. So 1 and let's get these over here, and 2 blue and 2. We're gonna cast Tequithal Inquiry Dominus. That's the new friend. If I proliferate twice instead, and I can pay 1 and 2 blue or 2 Phyrexian mana and remove 3 counters from among artifacts, creatures, and planeswalkers I control, and make Tekkathal indestructible. So there's that, and then let's see what we have here. Okay, cool. So I'm going to pay green and 2 white, and I'm going to cast Contractual Safeguard. It has addendum. If I cast the spell during my main phase, I put a shield counter on a creature I control. So I'm going to put a shield counter on Vorinclex. And then the second part of the card resolves. Choose a kind of counter on a creature I control and put a counter of that kind on each other creature I control. So it's not indestructible, but it's indestructible at home. So Tekkathal gets a shield counter as well.
Okay, dopey.
And then I'm going to minus 10 Mordenkainen. I have 2 cards in hand.
Ooh.
So my library is being shuffled right now.
Here, tell you what,
And
set them both down, and then roll a d6, and then whichever one you land on, that's the one that's on top.
So this is my hand now.
All right.
Uh-huh. So if you got any combos, we're gone.
So that's the thing, is I don't have combos in this deck, but I am.
You just passed the turn then, right?
No. Excuse
One
both
does
of
not
us.
draw 70 cards and not play something.
That's right. So I am going to see what all is available right now. Just real quick, because I only have 3 mana available currently, and I've already drawn for the turn, or I've already played a land for the turn. So apologies for the wait as I look through my massive hand.
I also never got.
I have 6 cards in mine.
Oh, and I forgot. Technically, there are 2 shield counters on each of these friends because Vorinclex is Vorinclex.
Vorinclex be Vorinclex.
That's right. Okay, cool. That is not nothing. I'm very happy with that. I'm going to pay 1 for Luxior Giada's Gift. And then I'm going to pay 1 to make Mordenkainen into a 6/6. And that is probably going to be all I can cast. That does not mean, however, that I am done, because Emmara is sitting over there with some creatures and a big fat life total, and I have a 6/6 trampler, or sorry, pardon me, an 8/8 trampler with 2 shield counters on it. So that's going to come at you, Emmara.
Okay, I will take it.
Okay, you take 8. Then I will go to my end step, and Broker's Ascendancy will trigger. So that is 2 loyalty counters on Mordenkainen. That is 2 +1/+1 counters on Tekkathal, and that is 2 +1/+1 counters on Vorinclex. And I will pass the turn.
So I threw out another token, which was off of the Epicure of Blood. I never drew it.
So I'm going to do something that the kids call a gamer move.
Haha.
I'm going to play Ghost Quarter. Tap 3, cast Slaughter the Strong.
What does that do?
Each player chooses any number of creatures they control with total power 4 or less, then sacrifices all other creatures they control.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Oh.
I control exactly a 4/5, so I will sacrifice 0.
That works out nicely. Well, rebels. Just.
And Mordenkainen's a creature right now. Holy cow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Okay.
love it.
So the mall will fall.
Evelyn, good
Very nice.
moves.
So that means that so I get to keep my tokens.
You get to keep 4 total power on your board.
Oh, you have to add them up.
Yeah, you get 4 total power.
That's one of my board wipes for like uncommon, common EDH decks.
Yeah, it's an uncommon. It's so good.
So unfortunately, the the +1 counter that I decided to put on was a bad
I'm
move.
so sorry. I once again was pumping my fist. I was like, do it, come on, please.
So it means that really,
Thank you for
I
being a
guess
good sport.
I might as well keep two. Yeah, so 2 of my tokens that with counters on them.
Got it. So you have 2 2/2s with lifelink. And then Emmara has 2 2/2 rebels. And that is Tracy's board. Okay.
Boom.
Now, from there, I'm going to float 3 black, 2 green, 2 white. I'm going to tap Ghost Quarter, targeting my own command tower to go fetch a basic. I'll find a forest. And with that 7 floating mana, I will cast Eerie Ultimatum. I will return any number of permanent cards with different names from my graveyard to my battlefield.
Gross. Gross. Gross.
I will return Ghost Quarter, Command Tower, Mangara, Silklash Spider, Avacyn's Pilgrim, and Verdant Catacombs. And then I'll shuffle my deck a little bit. Well, actually, I'll just fetch with the Verdant Catacombs while I'm here. Go down to 28. How's everyone doing in the audience tonight?
Scared. Scared.
You know what? I think that's enough out of that Slayer Stronghold as well.
What? You love Slayer Stronghold.
Yeah. Yep, that'll be
Destroyed.
enough out of that one. And then, with that being my battlefield, who has initiative right now?
Greg.
Greg? And you have 19 life now. Okay, now I don't feel so bad about this. Oh, wait. No, hold up. Actually, oh, well, no, that'll trigger anyway. So, good question. Now, who am I worried? Oh, well, I have my spider back.
Spider.
Yeah, you know what? Mom said it's my turn with the initiative. I haven't had it all goddamn game. I'm going to attack for 4.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
So I get to
I
ramp it, right?
You get you get to put it in your hand, not on the battlefield.
Okay. Here's a planes. And end of my turn, Great Unclean One will trigger, losing everybody 2 life. And I will make 3 Plague Bearer of Nurgles.
Yeah.
How the tables have turned.
Evelyn's back, baby. Command Tower untapped, planes to hand, and 3 Plague Bearers. Look at me with a little board state going.
At the end of your turn as well, I'm gonna tap 4.
Yeah.
And then tap this rebel, and I'm gonna bring Athari, Sun's Glory, back out to the battlefield.
Yeah, X, why not?
Yeah, why not? You know. That was the end of your turn, I do believe.
Yes, I will be passing after that.
Untap. We'll draw for turn. That's pretty silly. I'm gonna play Care or Keep. Compare one red and one colorless and make a 0/1 red kobold. That is... There's some stuff. Let me think here. I'm gonna tap 1, 2, 3. And then tap a plains. I'm gonna play
My mom would be so proud if she had any idea what the hell I was doing.
We're gonna play Kemba's Banner. It has for Mirrodin. When it enters the battlefield, I'll attach a rebel to it, but equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each creature you control. So I will attach that. And then... what else do we want to do? I guess we'll do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I am going to play Jorkardin, the Prevailer, as first strike, and Metalcraft, and creatures you control get +3/+0 as long as you control 3 or more artifacts. And then, what else are we gonna do? How much more mana do we have? Yeah. Okay. We are gonna go to combat.
That was your first spell for the turn, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Oh, go
So
up.
my plans have crumbled.
I am coming at you, Evelyn, with Athari, and it is just it's a 3/3 with reach or with flying and lifelink, but also there will be 5 rebels also coming at you from from Athari.
I will trigger Mangara.
And also this rebel and this rebel will also be coming at you.
The Jor also gives a +3, but I guess that's going to be to the bot because of Doran out.
The +3/+0 will be because
Doran is not out currently, so okay. So let's see. Now Athari is a 5/3. Is that right?
Yes, or actually a 6/3.
Okay. Well, Silclass will sit in front of that then. And then we have how many 2/2s total are coming at me?
There are 8
plus the 3, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, 8 5/3s.
8 5/3s. Okay.
Yeah, just 8 5/3s. Nothing bad.
So I could take 20. Yep, I'll block with the 3 Plague Bearers and Avacyn's Pilgrim and take 20.
Okay, so I will lose 3 of them. There we go. And out of the rebels, did you want to kill the one that had the equipment on it?
Please.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
There we go. So now there's just these 5 rebels. These normal rebels.
Just.
Yes.
Just.
And I will draw a card because I did attack with more than 1 creature in the equipped creature. And then I think that is the end of my turn.
Okay. Is it possible for me to rebuild? So, okay. First off, I'm not going to forget my upkeep trigger. So I'm going to look. Okay, it isn't. I don't get to do the free pre-draw, so it's just converted into my real draw. So draw for turn, and I will. Will this matter?
I'm sorry, did you cast anything else after that, Emmara? Just the Jorkadine, or?
Jorkandine, and I don't know. Nothing else.
And then you attacked and that was it? Okay.
Yep.
How many swamps do I have? Five. 6. Okay, so I'm playing Cabal Coffers. That's my land for turn. Any responses to that?
Nope.
Oop.
Well, land drops don't use the sack, so. Yep, you can just. Yeah, we can't respond to that anyway.
Okay.
He just
We
wanted to
can
know
say
about
it's
our
pretty.
emotions.
Yeah. React. That's different. I can react to it for sure. It does look nice in that frame.
Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 6. It doesn't say basic swamp, so the blood crypt counts as a swamp. So I can pay 2.
Hey, Emmara, is Jorkadine the only creature you have out right now?
This 2/2 rebel.
And the CC Rebel.
Who's
Got it.
currently a 4/4.
4/4 and a 5/4.
Or actually a 5/5.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I forgot I have these 5 rebels over here. So actually,
Okay, so you
5.
got those, and then right,
Yeah,
right.
so it's getting +1/+1. So yeah, so it's technically at 9 then.
Right. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good to know where we are.
2. Okay, so I'm tapping 2 for 6. So I've got 6 black floating. Um, 4, 5, 6. 1, 3. Nope. These lands. So I actually only have 5. One of them's a plains in black and white. I thought they were all swamps. Okay. So, 1 and 5. Yeah, so I'll use the 5 for Sorin Grim Nemesis.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm gonna see what Soren
Oh, I'm
does.
so sorry, Tracy. It's gonna feel real uncomfortable in your seat right now.
Uh, you know,
Yeah,
it's all right. I'm not mad about it.
this has been a nail biter. I'm glad you were here for it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens.
Dave, however this happens, this has been a hell of a game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, so 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay. 5. So 5 for Exquisite Blood.
Yep.
Um, and that leave
I will draw a card from Mangra.
Okay. Then I think I don't have the lifelink stuff going on anymore because it was killed twice. Uh, but I do have Soren. Target creature or planeswalker with a -X. So what is the most worrisome thing on the board? So by rights, Emmara should target just for the good of the board.
Like the Jorkadine is rough.
Yeah. Torkadine
So
is.
is Athari. Athari is in the graveyard. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I would only need to do 4 to take out Jor. Uh, uh,
Or you could +1 Soren.
yeah.
If you have something with, if you are running Draco with the mana value of 16,
Yeah.
that would still leave Emmara at 10.
Yeah.
It is nice. Yeah, so reveal the top card. Put it into my hand. Each opponent lose life equal to the converted mana cost. So if I
Do you have a shoot? Do you have something that combos with the other half of the Exquisite Blood loop?
not now, yeah. So that's the problem. Is that
Oh
I've got
yeah, they
2 of
both died.
them are in the field. I may have another one in the deck somewhere, but
Right.
you know, who knows
Yeah.
what's gonna hit it. But we'll just see what the top one is, because at least with this, you're gonna lose life, so at least I'll gain life off of it.
Mhm.
Come
All right.
on, land.
So
I'm
Whoa.
dead.
Knight Exemplar, so it's 3.
Oh no!
Oh, I'm at 5.
1, 2, 3.
So I gain 9.
Yep.
Seems that way.
9, 10, 11, 12. So 22.
Oh God.
And then,
Well, I'll be joining you in third place here shortly.
then for the 3, they're knights now. I don't. Yeah, unfortunately, I just have tokens out. But cast it while you got it. So the Knight Exemplar, might as well go ahead and cast it. So it's just a human knight, but it's got first strike, and other knight creatures you control get +1/+1 and are indestructible. But the knights aren't out. Now Emmara's still got creatures up.
Yeah, I have a 5/4 with first strike and
Um,
a 2. Oh, actually a
and
9/9.
I think I'll stick.
Okay,
So
your passing turn.
yeah. I
All right.
took I took you down to 1. I didn't want to take you out.
City of Brass has
Untap
now been
upkeep.
strip mined.
Yeah.
And draw one of my 2.
Oh yeah, I forgot you only have 2 cards.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. We are
This could actually be
literally
terrifying because you got your own
living
entire
on the
deck.
edge right now. So, I am going to tap everything. I need
Cool.
to specify that I am tapping for at least 2 white and Gavany Township was my land for turn. 2 white and 1, 2, 3, 4 others, because that leaves me 2 green and 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 2 white and a bunch and 3 green and a bunch floating. All of it will come out in the wash here, as I will cast first Farewell.
That's what I was worried about.
And I will exile. I'm going to hit all of them. All creatures, artifacts, enchantments. I would leave the graveyards.
Yeah.
So creatures, artifacts, and enchantments all get exiled.
Okie dokie.
Was that your first or second spell this turn?
That is the first one.
Damn it.
Ha ha ha. I'm not giving you the satisfaction.
I'll just you wait.
This is
Oh,
this
they're
is
all-
what I get for not swinging out.
No, it legit is. I'm almost sorry about this. Almost. I don't quite have it in me to actually be sorry. Did I accidentally put my? No, it's in here someplace. I had the cards I was going to cast right up the front of my library, and I moved them somehow. Where the fuck's the card I want to cast? Come here. Where'd you go? I've spent this entire time shuffling through this massive, ungodly hand, and I have the spell I wanted right at the tip of my fingers, and somehow I moved it to the back of my library. Anyway, so now I have 3 green and whatever floating. So I'm going to cast Titan of Industry. I'm going to choose to gain 4 life as one of the options. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to create the 4/4 Rhino creature token, which I thought I had a token for that in this deck, but that just means I get to make an infinite token. So the Titan itself is a 7/7 with reach and trample. And I am legit sorry to do this at such a late stage in the game, but I am hanging on by a thread, and I actually had an effective play afterwards, so I went for it. So I've got a 4/4 Rhino Warrior and a Titan of Industry, and then I'm going to pass the turn
Right.
as I attempt to draw a Rhino.
I'm just upset at all of the extremely powerful cards that are sitting in exile for me right now, which is only 4 of them, but I really like those 4. Oh, that's cool to finally have. Thanks. Okay, anyway, Planes, because that's the card that I got for... Who has initiative right now?
That
Me, right?
Greg does. Wait, no. You have it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Greg didn't attack me, so...
So you get to go to step 2. Do you want to scry 2 or put 2+1/+1 counters on something?
I think I'll scry it too.
Hey, scry 2, baby.
Okay, I will put that.
This is the worst
Yes.
Rhino ever.
This on the bottom, this to the top.
Rhino? Question mark.
Okay. Now that everything's cleared out. Okay. Well, now I have to recount on my mana too. Damn it. Okay, so let's see. Okay, that works. Leave these over here. I need 2 green. I need a plains and a green, and then I need a stone against that, and then I need a final green, and then I have 1, 2, 5. Oh, in that case, I'll just do that like that instead, right? Oh, that's fine. That's sorry. That's 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. We're gonna tap 11. I'll go with Runic Armasaur is a 2/5. Whenever an opponent activates an ability of a creature or land that isn't a mana ability, I may draw a card. Then I'll cast Tusky Barrow of Secrets. It's a 1/1, can't be countered, indestructible, attacks each combat if able, and whenever a creature I control deals combat damage to a player, I draw a card. And finally, Cedar Condo of Jamora. He has flanking, and creatures my opponents control without flying or reach can't block creatures with power 2 or less. It has partner, but that's obviously not really relevant here. I've got 2 up. Yeah, that's enough to bluff with, right? Pass my turn.
Okay. Untap. Draw for turn. Actually, anybody care if I make a kobold with my 2 mana that I've been waiting
Do your
on?
thing, yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Kobold! There we go. Now I have a creature. I'll draw my card for turn. Gonna play
Hell yeah.
Temple of the False God.
Does that trigger the Armasaur or not?
Yes, it does. Thank you very much.
Armasaur. Really don't want to do that. Well, it's the only play I have, so I'm just gonna go with it. I'm gonna tap 14 mana and play a Martial Coup and create
That's a
X1.
what?
How big is X?
It's 12.
Okay. Tuski's indestructible.
I should have put a shield counter on the Titan.
Toski's still alive, but I will put 12 soldier tokens onto the battlefield. And then I'll pass my turn. That's
Of course.
Okay. So you built up a board state quickly.
yeah, just not too many of them. Don't mind them.
What's our wrath count at?
Too many.
Yeah, way too high.
Like normally a deck that I build, I don't have this many wraths in here.
Oh,
Really, so I'll play a mountain. And I think I shall not do anything.
Hey, infinite tokens. Let's
Let's-
have it, Megan.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess I will do the +1 on Soren, or
Evelyn and I are both sitting here like, if it's a 5-drop, we're toast.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
What am I doing? I have a Mordenkainen emblem. Do I actually have the emblem in my pile here? I don't actually have the emblem, unfortunately. This is my hand, Megan. I got the alt Mordenkainen and I swapped my hand in my deck, so this is my hand.
Infinite Tokens is here, so just these are dead tokens.
Yeah, my tokens have been wiped off the board.
They didn't survive all of the rats.
Oh, my poor rebels. They're all dead.
All right, Greg, flip it. Let's play flip it or rip it.
Okay, so if I draw, and each opponent loses life. So I think I'm doing the draw because I don't have good things to cast for my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
So this will go up to an 8. And I will draw. And it's a terrain generator.
All right. We live to fight another day.
Yep.
Yep, you live to fight another day. Then I shall.
Why is this game?
Yeah. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. For Helm of the Host, just to have it out there and see if it gets wrathed away. Or wiped away. A white doesn't really matter much. So there's a plains and swamp and that for etchings of the chosen for vampires. None of which are doing anything for me right now because all I have is a planeswalker.
Yeah.
And it's a vampire.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I probably couldn't have pulled that off. I don't have the discount anymore, and so Edgar's expensive. Got commander tax. I will leave it there, I guess. That's all I can do.
All right. I untap, upkeep, and draw my last card. And I'm hunting real quick to see if there is anything at all that I can do to make any kind of board state that can do literally anything. And I don't think that there is. Like, I think I'm in a position where I have to do the honorable thing and scoop at sorcery speed. So I'm going to choose to concede this particular game and remove myself from play and pass the turn over to Evelyn, as there is no point in me waiting until my next turn order. I don't want you to waste resources in taking out my 5 life. I don't want to wait until I draw this next one. I'm going to hang out with y'all, but I am out of this game. So, thank you all very much.
Yes.
I scoop, pass priority. Evelyn, you're up.
Good game.
Twilight Mire. um. Yes, I can. Okay. Oh, that's a high quality gambit. Okay. Let's go with
Oh, thank you, Bio.
tap 7.
And Donnie got it.
Hey,
I'm
Don.
going to mutate Nethroi Apex of Death onto Tulski Barrow of Secrets.
Oh shit! That's a
Tulski will
spicy
become a
play.
5/5 indestructible with Death Touch and Lifelink. And I will return up to 10 power worth of creatures from my graveyard to my battlefield,
Love it.
which will be those 3. Now, Tulski still must attack each turn if able. Emmara, swinging at you for 5 Death Touch Lifelink.
Oh,
Indestructible.
oh, gross. I will take it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, creatures your opponent's control. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
right. So
yeah.
actually, too small. Anyway, so awesome. I will gain 5 and draw a card. Can I get a check on graveyards, please?
What do you need? Just count
Creatures.
creatures.
I have one creature.
What do you have?
I have 4.
No, you
Oh,
don't.
the.
The Sun's
Okay.
Vanguard.
Let me click on that and see if it'll come up real quick. Yes. Okay. Awesome. You have Veto. My boy.
So I got Epicure, Veto, Bloodthirsty Aerialist, and the Bold Plagiarist.
Hey, can I borrow that Veto from you for a sec? I would love to cast Animate Dead targeting Veto.
Gross.
So I will I'll put it upside down over here.
Awesome. Let's see.
Yeah, go. Never mind. Ignore me.
Um, that's my turn.
Okie dokie.
And now's a
Well,
good time as
Emmara's-
any to let people know Sidar Kondo is a global ability, so creatures my opponents control without flying or reach can't block creatures with power 2 or less.
Oof.
Oof. Oof. I will draw for
Spicy. Evelyn, if you come back and win this, I'm going to be so fucking stoked.
I'm working on it. I'm trying.
Oh my god, this is beautiful. I love this.
Trying my absolute goddamn best.
He said you did some gamer moves, so
Absolutely.
Think all I can do is just attack. But let me see here. Veto. Veto. You have enough to activate veto, don't you?
I certainly do.
Yeah, that's a problem. Okay, I'm gonna have planes, and I'm gonna path to exile veto.
I will respond by activating Vita, giving everybody lifelink.
That's it.
Good. Very good.
so
And then I shall attack you with 12 soldiers.
Are you still? Okay. Sure. Then I will block 3 of them and I'll gain 5 life and lose 9. So grand total 4 life lost. I'm at 6.
I will
Cool.
lose 4 soldiers. And you know what? I don't have very much else I can do, so I'm gonna play an Idol of Oblivion. And you know what? I probably have enough mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna sacrifice this Idol of Oblivion and make a 10/10 Eldrazi.
Okay.
And then I'll pass my turn.
Does it have flying or reach by chance?
Yeah, it does not.
Okay. And sorry, was that oh, let's see. An opponent activates of a creature or land. That wasn't a mana ability. That was an artifact. Okay. So yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're good. You didn't trigger Runic.
I will draw for turn. So that That is all pointless. I think so. I will play in Arid Mesa. But really, what do I really need to get Edgar out? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need 8. I need 3, 5, 7, 8. So for 8, okay, so I think I gotta do the 2 for however many swamps I have now. 1, 2, 3, 4, still 5. Okay. I'm running out of my loyalty dice. It doesn't matter. Okay. So 5. The 5 to equip Helm of the Host onto Edgar.
Mm-hmm.
So Edgar is a vampire. Okay, so we we don't have foreign clicks out anymore.
Nope.
So when I go to combat, Edgar is going to get a +1/+1 counter because it's the only vampire I own. But I do have Etchings of the Chosen, which is going to give it another +1/+1. And unfortunately, I don't have any of my handy vampire tokens to sacrifice to get indestructible. So that's disappointing. I do have my planeswalker stuff to do though. So I'm intending to put the counter on when I actually go to combat. I suppose
No
I should
responses.
want to see what I can do with Soren first. Um, Uh, so Mara, what do you even have? You've got an Eldrazi.
I have a 10/10 Eldrazi.
10/10 Eldrazi.
It cannot block creatures with power 2 or less.
Yes.
uh, if I okay, so I can't kill it outright. So I think I'm going to do the card draw thing. So it's Knight's Charge. So it's another 3.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Oh, this game.
It's a good game.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. or is that right, or am I misreading what happens when that happens? No, I don't gain life off of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was when I had exquisite blood out.
Yeah.
Okay. But this means I have to crack the arid mesa, lose life. 1, 2. I need. I'm assuming, hoping that there's another one in there. There's a swamp. And so, I hate when it happens. An ancient tomb just fell to the floor.
Yeah.
The ancient tomb.
Perfect place for it.
Shattered.
That'll teach me for putting expensive cards in my deck. Okay. But that was all relevant because now I can use the 3 to cast the Knight's Charge. So that's an enchantment. Whenever a knight I control attacks, each opponent loses 1 life, and I gain a life. And
How many of those do you have?
I only have the 1 knight. Or
Okay.
no, it's not a knight. Oh, you know, it is. It is cool. That's why I have a knight sub team.
Right.
Okay, so now we're moving to the attack. So at the beginning of combat, on your turn, create a token that's a copy of equipped creature, except that it's non-legendary, and that token has haste. So, even though Infinite Tokens is in the chat, I don't think I have the time to draw an Edgar. Or unless we'll say this is the cloning process went awry. There's an ugly Edgar. So there's an ugly Edgar that's going to attack as well. Now, as far as okay, so now that they're actually attacking, so this was on combat. So now that they're actually attacking, now the counters are going to go on. And now that I have 2 Edgars, they're each going to put a counter on. So it's 2 counters on each of them, right?
Yep.
So 2 counters there, 2 counters there. And so now, and also now that they're attacking, each opponent loses 1 life and I gain 1 life.
So it's 2, right?
Let's see. Yeah, so that's 2. Yeah, so 2. You each lose 2 life and I gain 2 life.
Yep.
Okay. And so I think so we got the Eldrazi. Oh, and that was a +1 on this, right? So this is up to 9 for next turn.
No egg tokens.
Okay, so in addition to the counters on these, they're getting a +1 from Etchings of the Chosen. So I've got 2 Edgars that are 6. There's 7 7/7s. Um, uh, uh, Emmara, they're both going at you.
Okay, I will block one. I will block real Edgar. And
Okay,
then I will take 7.
and so you blocked it with enough to kill it.
Yep.
Okay.
10, 10. Yeah.
Okay, 4.
Oh, was that 7? Okay.
Okay, so I still have my Helm of the Host. It's just not equipped to anything, and I think that was all the nonsense I could do. So,
Do you have any creatures untapped right now, Greg?
n- uh,
No.
oh, these didn't have vigilance, right? So they're nope. I'm open.
You're open?
Yep, I'm open.
All right. Okay, then I think I have game. Isolated Chapel's Land return. I'll channel Shigeki Jukai Visionary for X as equal to 1. I will discard it and return X non-legendary cards from my graveyard to my hand. X is 1. I will return Animate Dead, which I will then recast. I will target Veto.
Veto!
Veto!
That's veto power, baby.
You have to go for
I'll tap 5 and gain lifelink.
No. Does Epicure work? Because Vito was pathed, so it was exiled.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but I have Epicure. Will that do the same?
Yeah, I should do that.
Or no, you wanted it to be able to trigger
lifelink.
Each
lifelink.
opponent loses 1 life. Nope, that's not it then.
Yeah, because Vito got exiled.
So
I have
Who pads Veto?
Me. That was me. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's right. It is exiled.
Nope, return. I gotta redo that whole turn. That's none of that works. Lord. That's really bad. So bad. Might be wondering, how did I get myself into this predicament?
Oh, I've been here the whole time. I know.
Okay. What are your power and toughnesses over there, Greg?
The only thing I have is Edgar, so it's a
6-6
Is
or
only
7-7.
on-
Yeah.
It's 6, 7.
System.
Okay. 7, 7. Okay. Okay. I certainly have enough mana to make God blush, so sure they can figure out something to do. Okay, let's go with start here. And then I think
Ugly Hector.
what else is in the graveyard? Epicure of Blood and what else? I'm sorry.
Okay. So creature wise,
Yeah.
So we got the Epicure, we have Bloodthirsty Aerialist, and we have Bold Plagiarist.
This is the one for counters. Okay. And then Bloodthirsty Aerialist.
So if you do anything to gain life, you can get counters off of,
Mm.
Onto the Aerialist.
How clutch that path ended up being, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now that I know that,
Getting used.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will go ahead and cast my commander.
That tower is sieging.
Yippers.
I'll declare attacks. I will declare Sirdar Kondo and Avacyn's Pilgrim at Emmara for 6 unblockable.
Okay.
And then I'm going to declare 10, 5 of which is lifelink, to Greg.
Okay.
Good game.
Any blocks? You can block the 5/5 if you have a blocker, but you can't block the other attacker. Okay, I'll gain 5.
9, 10.
1, 6.
I'm joining you, Tracy.
Hey, it's a party
Then-
over here.
It is.
Yeah.
I love it.
Toski will trigger twice because sorry, actually it's deals whenever a creature. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll draw 4 cards. And you'd think she would have found something off of that. Okay, well this is a free roll, so tap 1 Arboreal Grazer, putting a Caves of Coilus into play tapped. Yeah, I'll cast Cultivate. And then I'm going to also cast Arian Frostfang.
Oh, nice.
I'll play that Plains as my land for turn, and I'll put the Swamp onto the battlefield tapped.
That's one of your altars, yeah?
Yes,
Ah,
finally showed up.
Like, I clicked on it and it didn't come up, and I was like, hang on a second.
Yeah,
That's
like,
that's some good shit right there.
I was like, I
Mhm.
want to see it. I was sitting there clicking it, and I was like, swamp. That's not it. It was like plains. That's not it. Damn you, spell table.
I will pass my turn after that.
okay. That's quite a lovely board state you have.
Yeah.
We're gonna hope for the best.
We'll draw. Okay.
I may have every basic. Let's find out. No, not
Yeah?
yet. Almost.
Oh, you mean out of the deck?
Yeah. I'm missing 1 Plains out of the deck. No, never mind. There it is. I have all of my basics. Good lord.
Mardu
Well, in a
versus
soccer tri-belt, it's
Exile.
just a 1/1.
Okay. So. 1.
This is a close
One.
game.
1,
Mhm.
2.
Far closer than I expected it to be.
Yeah,
Yeah, at the
multiple points in
beginning.
time.
Yeah. Like,
1, 2, 3.
Very swingy. Very. This is
4,
a commander game. I like this.
yeah.
5. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
I like seeing everybody's deck do their things.
4, 5.
I was so proud if I pulled this out of the very end.
I know.
Yeah, no, you've done amazing. So for 5, 2 of them are swamps. I'm casting Patriarch's Bidding.
Mm-hmm.
So each player
Mhm.
chooses a creature type. Each player returns all creatures of that type chosen that way from the graveyard to the battlefield.
I'll name Brushwag.
So I'm doing vampires. So I'm getting Epicure Blood, the Bloodthirsty Aerialist, and the Bold Plagiarist back out. That's graveyard. But those aren't casts or anything, so I'm not getting the Eminence trigger off of those.
All right. How many cards do you have in hand?
2.
Okay.
Okay. Now. Oh. And Ugly Edgar is untapped.
Oh, are you moving to combat?
Not yet.
Okay.
Because the next thing to do. Okay. Although I could blow away Soren and get a bunch of vampires.
Mm-hmm. At
With
Patriarch's Blessed goes in your graveyard too.
Oh yeah, sure. But am I gonna last another turn to take advantage of those, or since I have mana left, do I do the card draw thing? I think I do the card draw thing.
What's the highest mana cost in your deck?
I don't know off the top of my head. They're I'm sure
There's
there's
some
there.
there's 6-drops in there though.
Yeah. So
Bear with me for a moment. Before you resolve that, I might have a response.
Lovely.
No, I'm going to stare death in the face. Hit it.
okay, so taking it up to 10, and it's Felidar Retreat, so it's 4.
Okay, I'm at 2.
Not bad.
Oh, and I don't think I played a land for turn.
I'm certain it's irrelevant at this point.
Yeah.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. So the Felidar Retreat is out, and then I'll put down a terrain generator. And I will put a +1/+1 on each creature I control. And they gain vigilance. One. One. And to 3. Okay. But all of these folks came out now, so I don't have hasty stuff. But I can one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Equip Helm of the Host. It's Ugly Edgar.
Okay. How much mana do you have open?
I didn't mess around with the tapping. I mean, I have a Cabal. I could have had more mana open. I don't.
It matters. In this case, it does actually matter. I just want to be fair. It matters in this time.
It matters that I have mana.
It matters that I know how much mana that you have open and that you yeah. I want to know how much you're working with over there.
So had I done the...
Which you totally can, because it's fine if you want to retap it to activate it differently.
2 and that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Yes. So which trap am I walking into? Do I want less mana or more mana?
Up to you. I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't have something like Price of Progress. I think I would have tipped my hand on that one already.
I think. Okay, so that means that I've got 6 mana.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay.
But isn't that in your mana pool and will go away as soon as you move to combat?
Yes.
Yeah, well, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry.
So I've got no mana left.
All right.
Yeah, so you went from 1 land untapped to tapped out and no mana.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we are Helm of the Host is now on the sack.
Oh, you're there. Okay.
I'm asking. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I didn't know if this was in response to that. Yeah, no, I didn't know you were responding to Helm of the Host.
Oh no, you can go ahead and equip. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, that's what I did. So
Yep.
it's equipped. So then
Mhm.
if I at the beginning of combat, so yeah, so now you get to do something,
Swords.
or
Yep.
I move to attack.
Right. Swords to plowshares.
So the swords.
It would fizzle the copy, but you would gain whatever its power is in life.
Okay.
Which takes you down to 1 life, Evelyn. Because of the Epicure.
Ah.
Whenever you get it's not a 1-for-1. Otherwise you
It's just
would have
it's just
just
the one
killed
trigger.
yourself.
Oh, that's
It's
funny.
it's whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. So
Okay.
regardless of like you almost just aced yourself out of the game.
That would have sucked because this was so. This is so clutch.
Gains life. It was okay. So Ugly Edgar is going away, but it has it's 7 8. So it's an 8/8. So I gain 8 life.
Mm-hmm. And Evelyn takes 1.
I'm at 1.
21. Okay, so I'm at 21 life.
Yep.
But Ugly Edgar is no more.
No more Edgars.
So everything else is sick, right?
So yeah, so everything else is summoning sickness, correct?
Okay.
But they did, yeah. So
All right. And does anything have flying or reach?
this has flying. So 1 flyer.
1 flyer. Got it. All right. Untap everything. How big is that flyer?
So the flyer is a 3/4.
3, 4. Okay.
And we never got to the point of the Ugly Edgar attacking, right?
Yeah, because the swords hit it
Yeah.
with Helm of the Host's trigger on the attack.
Yeah, just checking because
Otherwise, I would have. Yeah, there would have been more life stuff going on.
well, the Knight's charge would have ended the game.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So thank
All right,
God for
cool.
that. Okay, so then in that case, man, Spider in Exile is a bummer. Okay. Oh, because life like it won't matter anyway. Okay, all right. I just can't attack with that. Okay, so your flying blocker, it doesn't have lifelink or anything like that. It's just a flyer, and just whenever you gain life, you put a counter on it. Okay. All right.
But I did gain life, right?
Yes, you did. So yeah, go ahead and
So
pop a counter on there. So I've got 5, 10, 19, 25 unblockable coming to you.
okay, so it was academic.
I had to make sure everything was covered. I got blown out the other night by somebody had Wonder in the graveyard, so suddenly all of their creatures had flying. It could block just fine. I absolutely bodied myself on that one.
A good game.
Hell yes.
Gotta love the 1 life win there.
Oh, very good. So I need everyone to know I bought a card for my LGS that was going to slot into this deck, and I made a proxy of it just before this game session. So it's this a Johnny Mentor of Heroes, but I only could easily print it on a black and white printer. And I thought I was going to be all clever. I was feeding our youngest kid, had the bottle of my phone in my hand. I'm like, oh, I can print from my phone. I'm totally going to make a color proxy of this on my wife's printer. And at some point in time, if I got a chance to play this card, so yeah, it's a proxy, but I have a color version because it accidentally printed full size.
That is
And I just
wonderful.
needed to show everyone this 8.5 by 11 a Johnny Mentor of Heroes that I happen to have that I didn't get to play tonight.
Oh gosh, it makes it really easy for us to read it. That's for certain.
Yeah.
It really does.
That's
Yeah.
how all cards should be now. Just those giant decks, just put them
Yeah,
down.
listen. I'm 42 years old. Can I please have big cards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quit making
Don't
them
roll
getting
on
smaller.
the spell table reader. You just have to have a book of pages next to you.
All right. So actually, I'm curious. I'm clicking on the big Johnny. I want to see if spell table recognizes it, and I don't think it does. It's like, what the hell is this? This is
Like,
too
what is
much for
this
me to parse.
nonsense? Yep, it does not. It's like, nope.
And what's really funny is it'll parse the small one.
Yeah. There we go.
It
Yep.
rules.
Well,
Emmara, thank you so much.
Oh yes, thank you.
Seriously, that was lovely.
and congratulations, Evelyn. That was
That was a
pretty
good win.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna go sit on the porch and cool off. I'm a little warm.
like you really dug for that one. So
It was lovely to get to play against all of you and to meet both of you for the first time, especially in the field of battle.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's the best place to meet people.
That's right.
Well, I'm gonna let everybody do a little sign off. Let us know if you got anything going on, what you got coming up. Throw your links up in the chat, and I will go find us a place to raid. Bio, I know you have things going on this weekend.
I do. I have a. Let me see if I've got it here in an easy way. Okay, I'm copying a link and I'm pasting a link. Where's Twitch? I have far too many tabs and browser windows open with tabs, and so I'm linking first to a Google sheet. So this is the it's read only, but it's the schedule of what I have going for pods over the next several days and through Sunday. So tomorrow, I'm going to sleep in. It's my actual birthday, but I'm going to sleep in. And then I've got the 2 pods in the evening that are already filled that are, with the cool people I already said. So the first one's with my, with Grubblethorn, my brother-in-law. And that one has got Southernmost DM and Bobby Christine in it. Yay.
Oh, sweet. That
and then so that one's at 7:30 Eastern time tomorrow, and then after that at 9:30 the Filthy MTG Casuals, so Jen and Donnie, also awesome, are having me over, and Trenton 907 is also
nice.
going to be in that pod. And then for the other days, there you can check out the schedule. There's some openings. I mean, if people are interested. I think so DM me if you're interested in getting in a game that fits in one of those pods. I've got a couple of feelers out to maybe create some new pods in there, but we'll see how it goes. So I think that's what I'll plug for now.
Thank you.
I saw you put that out, and I was very tempted to join in, but I am already in 5 games of the 7 nights this week, and so I need to chill a little bit.
Uh-huh. I'm happy to chill over the weekend, so
yeah. So I'm the other Tracy. I stream EDH every Monday night on the One Shot Podcast Network on their Twitch channel. The show is called Holding Priority. Under that same banner, I also do a video series called The Mountain Goats Meets Magic the Gathering, where I make EDH decks based on Mountain Goats songs. But the most important thing that I have going right now is I set up a fundraiser for a member of the community who her wife and her just had a new baby, and that's lovely and wonderful, except that her wife had postpartum preeclampsia, which is like deadly high blood pressure. And so that Twitter link that I just dropped in the chat there is a place where you can go and find the meal train link. You can donate money to help them just like cover food and basic expenses while they're recovering from extended hospital stays and trying to like get to know how to raise a tiny baby, because let me tell you, it's a hell of a thing. And yeah, that's what's going on. If you donate, or if you buy meals, or if you retweet it, you enter a chance to win a little consult with me. We'll pick a Mountain Goat song. I will make you a $50 EDH deck, and then I will actually mail you the paper deck once I do the episode. So that's me. That's what I have going. Evelyn, hit it.
Hey everyone, once again, thank you all thank you Emmara for having me. Thank you
Oh,
both for
yes.
joining us as well. Their stuff is cool. So go check out their stuff. I put my Twitter link in the chat, but I do proxies. Greg, if you would like, I'd be more than happy to fill some slots on your thing as well. Just shoot me a DM and we can chat. But I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm too tired to
Yeah.
plug anything. So
you-
check out
check out their
pretty-
check
I'm
out
pretty proud.
Evelyn's project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, all three of you, for joining me. I know it's late, so I'm not even going to plug anything. I'll be back on Friday, and then I'll be back on Saturday, and then I'll be back on Sunday. If you need to find me, you can find me on Twitter. But make sure you follow all three of these wonderful people. If you have money to donate or whatnot, that would be awesome.
Here we go.
And yeah, love you guys. Thank you. We're gonna head over to the Queen of Cardboard.
Awesome.
Wow.
I think they're still playing. We'll see in a
Mhm.
second. I hate it when I find somebody, I type it in, and then I'm talking, and then I'm like, doop, doop, doop. But thank you, everybody.
Uh-huh.
Off we go. Reading. There we go. And